My sister's text lit up my screen. Don't even bother showing up Saturday. This dinner is for real family. You've never been one of us. I read it twice. Then I screenshotted something on my phone and hit send. She opened that screenshot at 9:47 p.m. By 9:48, she was calling me. I didn't pick up. My name is Olivia. I'm 30 years old. I work as a data analyst at a mid-sized insurance company in Columbus, Ohio. I've got a stable job, a modest apartment, and I drive a 10-year-old Honda. Nothing about my life is flashy. Nothing about me screams, "Look at me," and that, apparently, was always the problem. I'm the middle child. My older sister Vanessa is 38, and she was always the prized one. The one they praised at every dinner table. The one who could walk into a room and suddenly every conversation was about her. Then there's my younger brother Derek, 29, the baby of the family that everyone coddled and protected from anything uncomfortable. And then there was me. Oh, right in the middle, overlooked like a skipped step on a staircase. I was the quiet one, the boring one, never loud enough for my mother's attention, never pretty enough in her eyes, never ambitious enough in my father's voice. I paid my own way through college, working double shifts at a warehouse on weekends, while Vanessa got her tuition handed to her on a silver plate with a smile and a, "We're so proud of you." Oh, sweetheart. I wasn't the daughter who turned heads at family reunions or got toasted at Thanksgiving, but I had something none of them knew about, and it was sitting in my phone, waiting. If you've ever been the one your family just overlooked, like you were furniture in your own home, hit that subscribe button right now. I want to know I'm not the only one. Drop your story in the comments below. Let's get into this. It started with my father's birthday. Gerald was turning 65, and Vanessa took charge of planning a big celebration at an upscale restaurant downtown. Private dining room, about 30 guests, the kind of event that gets a hashtag and a photographer. I didn't hear about any of it from Vanessa. I found out because a cousin posted an Instagram story showing a fancy digital invitation with gold lettering and my father's name in cursive. My heart sank into my stomach, but I kept it together. I texted Vanessa, kept it simple, just asked for the details. Her response came back cold enough to frost a window. "This is for real family, Olivia. People Dad actually wants there. Don't make it weird." I stared at that text until the words blurred. Then I called my mother, Diane. I thought she'd step in. I thought she'd say, "Of course you're coming, honey. You're his daughter." Instead, she hesitated. I could hear her breathing, choosing her words the way someone chooses which side of a fight to stand on. "Maybe it's better if you sit this one out. Honey, you know how you and your sister get. I don't want drama on your father's night." I couldn't speak. Before I could even collect my thoughts, another text from Vanessa came through. "Honestly, Dad didn't even ask about you. That should tell you everything." That night, I scrolled through the extended family group chat. Vanessa had posted a message to everyone saying the dinner was intimate, immediate family, and close loved ones only. But the guest list told a different story. Vanessa's in-laws were coming. Her college roommate was coming. Even her Pilates instructor had a seat. The exclusion wasn't accidental. It was surgical. Late that night, my phone buzzed. It was Derek. He was whispering, like he was hiding in another room. I tried to say something, Joe. Vanessa told Mom if you come, she won't, and Mom picked her. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. I just hung up. I sat on the edge of my bed in total silence, the kind of silence that hums in your ears. And then I opened my laptop. Things didn't stop at the dinner. They got worse. A few weeks later, I discovered that Vanessa had convinced our parents to restructure the family's modest estate plan. She'd persuaded Gerald and Diane to remove me as co-beneficiary of the family home and redirect everything to her, arguing that she was the one who actually takes care of them. I found out because Derek accidentally forwarded me an email chain he'd been copied on. Vanessa had been corresponding with the family lawyer for weeks behind my back. In one of those old emails, Vanessa had written, "Olivia has her little job. She'll be fine. She doesn't need this house. She barely visits anyway." Reading that felt like being slapped by someone who was smiling. She didn't just want me out of the dinner. She wanted me out of the family's future. But that wasn't all. Vanessa had started telling extended family that I had mental health issues and had cut myself off from the family. One by one, aunts and cousins stopped reaching out. The phone calls dried up like puddles in July. Then, at a cousin's baby shower I was never told about, an aunt walked up to me in the parking lot with a face full of pity. "Vanessa said you've been going through something, that you didn't want to be around people. Are you okay?" I felt the room tilt. Vanessa hadn't just excluded me. She had rewritten the entire story. She'd made me the villain so that no one would ever question why I wasn't around. Then came the guilt. My mother called one evening, and her voice was sharp as broken glass. "If you really loved this family, you wouldn't make everything about you. Vanessa's done so much for your father and me. What have you done?" I reminded her, calmly, that I'd paid $14,000 toward their roof repair 2 years ago. The line went silent. Then she said, "That was different. That's just money." Something shifted inside me that night. I stopped crying. I stopped begging. I stopped hoping someone would suddenly see me. Instead, I started collecting. Quietly, carefully, I began saving every single text, email, and screenshot. I cataloged the estate emails, the group chat exclusions, the lies Vanessa had told to relatives. I didn't confront anyone. I just documented every word, every lie, every cut. What nobody in my family understood was that my boring data analyst job had trained me in one very specific and powerful skill: pattern recognition and documentation. I knew how to organize information so that the truth couldn't be buried under someone else's narrative. Over the previous 3 months, I had built a meticulous digital folder. Every manipulative text from Vanessa was saved and timestamped. Every email about the estate changes was filed and organized, and tucked in that folder was something Vanessa never saw coming. I had emails where Vanessa had forged my verbal consent to the family lawyer, claiming I had agreed over the phone to give up my share of the estate. I never made that call. I never said those words. She fabricated it entirely, but the most important thing in that folder was a voicemail. My father had called me one night after he'd been drinking. His voice was tired and cracked. He said, "Yeah, I don't know why Vanessa's doing all this. I never told her to cut you out. I just want all my kids there." That voicemail contradicted everything Vanessa had told the family. Every single word of it. I didn't need money. I didn't need revenge. I needed the truth to have a voice. And I had recorded every word of it. Vanessa thought I was sitting at home crying into my pillow, but I was building a case she would never be able to talk her way out of. I reached out to Mr. Christiansen. He was the original family attorney who had handled my father's estate plan years ago, before Vanessa quietly switched everything over to a new, younger lawyer she could influence. Mr. Christiansen was semi-retired now, living outside the city. But when I sat down with him and showed him the forged consent and the rewritten estate documents, the color left his face. He set down the papers and looked at me over the rim of his glasses. "This isn't just unethical, Olivia. And if your signature or verbal agreement was fabricated, this could be fraud." He agreed to help me. Not for a fee. He'd known our family for over 20 years, and he felt personally betrayed by what Vanessa had done. He helped me draft a formal legal letter. He also prepared a notarized affidavit, confirming that I had never given any consent to the estate changes. Meanwhile, Vanessa grew bolder. She posted photos from the birthday dinner on social media with the caption, "Nothing beats being surrounded by the people who truly matter." I was visibly and deliberately absent from every single frame. Derek tried to stay neutral, but he sent me a quiet warning late one night. "Vanessa's telling Mom you're planning to sue. She's spinning it already. Be careful." Then my mother sent me a text that felt like a door slamming shut forever. "If you take legal action against this family, you're dead to me." I didn't respond. I forwarded the message to Mr. Christiansen and typed 3 words, "Add it to the file." My family assumed my silence meant defeat. They toasted at the birthday dinner. Vanessa gave a speech about loyalty and real family. My father clapped, but his eyes drifted to the empty chair where I should have been sitting. 3 weeks after that dinner, Vanessa, Diane, Gerald, and Vanessa's new lawyer each received a formal legal summons. It wasn't a lawsuit. But it was a mandatory mediation session requested through Mr. Christensen's firm regarding estate fraud and document forgery. The mediation was held in a quiet conference room with a long table and fluorescent lights that buzzed faintly overhead. Vanessa walked in like she owned the building, rolling her eyes before she even sat down. "This is pathetic, Olivia. You're really doing this over a dinner invite?" I didn't flinch. I opened my folder, one document at a time. I laid out everything on the table. The forged consent email with metadata timestamps proving it had been sent from Vanessa's IP address, not mine. The group chat screenshots showing Vanessa poisoning the family against me while telling everyone I had withdrawn voluntarily. And then, the voicemail. I pressed play. My father's own voice filled that silent room, tired and raw. "I never told her to cut you out. I just want all my kids there." Gerald's face went white. But he turned slowly to Vanessa. "You told me she didn't want to come. You told me she said she didn't care about the house." Vanessa's confidence cracked like thin ice. She stammered, "Dad, I was protecting you." "She's manipulating you right now." Diane sat frozen, hands flat on the table, staring at nothing. Mr. Christensen spoke calmly, without raising his voice. "The forged consent alone is enough to invalidate the new estate documents. If Olivia chooses to press further, this becomes a criminal matter." I looked at Vanessa. I didn't feel rage. I felt exhaustion, the kind that lives in your bones after years of proving you exist. "I didn't come here to destroy you. I came here because you tried to erase me. And I won't let anyone, not even my own family, pretend I don't exist." Then I turned to my father. My voice broke just slightly. "I paid for your roof. I called every Sunday. I just wanted to be your daughter, Dad. That's all I ever wanted." Gerald broke down. His shoulders shook. He reached for my hand across that long table, and I let him take it. Vanessa was silent for the first time in her life. The mediator recommended that the original estate plan be restored immediately. Vanessa's new lawyer withdrew from the case on the spot. I didn't reconcile with Vanessa after that day. I set a firm boundary. "Oh, you can be my sister when you learn to stop performing and start being honest." My father called me the following week. His voice was different, softer. "I should have seen it. I should have protected you. I'm sorry, Joe." My mother took longer. Weeks later, she sent a short text. "I was wrong." I read it. I sat with it, but I didn't respond right away. And that was okay. Derek stepped up in a way I never expected. He became my closest family connection. We started having Sunday dinners together. Just the two of us, at my little apartment with takeout containers and honest conversation. The original estate plan was restored. I didn't ask for more than my fair share. I never wanted more. I just refused to accept less. Family isn't a group chat you get added to or removed from. It's how you treat people when no one's watching. And I finally stopped waiting to be chosen and chose myself. If someone in your family ever tried to erase you, made you invisible, you rewrote the story without you in it, I want to hear from you. Drop your experience in the comments below. You don't have to carry that alone anymore. This community sees you, and so do I. Click Hype to help this story reach someone who's still sitting in that silence right now. If you're new here, this is what we do. We tell the stories people tried to bury. Real pain, real strength, real justice. If that speaks to you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it tonight. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong.